Hi, how are you today? Today is IMBOLC, which is the midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So we're getting even closer to the light, right? This is also when we start seeing the first signs of spring, the first signs of our manifestations coming in. So, for example, the wheel of the year starts at Samhain. So the Samhain is like the new year of paganism, but that's the last harvest, right? And then like the leaves fall, so then it's like everything's cleared, going back to zero basically. And then during the winter time is a time and space of stillness, of integration, going within, healing, resting, sleeping more, eating more, just taking life slower, basically. So, and then we're also getting more clear, like a lot of our insights and ideas and plans come through this time. And then we start setting our intentions, and that usually, what we do around New Year's, and we're getting more clear, and in January we're getting even more clear what it is that we want in life and the trajectory and everything. Then around this time, looking in nature, this is where you start seeing those little leaves starting to bud. I was walking around the forest yesterday touching them. I'm like, oh, hello, little baby leaves. So you see they're like just poking out, like not on all bushes, not on all trees, but some of them have the little leaves coming out. Just a little bit of tip of the roll. The fresh new baby is a baby born leaf. And that is similar to our ideas and our intentions. We will most often start seeing things happening now. Maybe signs, maybe something start to like, okay, well, we're going in the right direction, right? So it's like our plans progress a little bit more. And often it's like related to like one big project of the year, or sometimes it's like having a bigger effect on everything, right? For example, when I decided to relocate from Tampa to London, it was an insight right before New Year's Eve. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go back to London. And then during this time, I released my apartment, right? So I had handed in my breaking the lease. Well, I didn't break the lease, but I didn't renew my lease. And my ex-husband went back to London to start setting things up there, so that we would be, ready for like when me and the kids were moving over there in June. So then, we could already see like how things starting to happening. We like booked a shipping company, things like that during that time. So it's like the plans progressed, but they weren't like happening, and then Ostara, which is the spring equinox, where Easter comes from, the goddess Jostre, and that's where the bunnies come from and all that stuff. We'll speak about that in 6 weeks when we're at that point. But that's the spring equinox, and that's where it's born, right? So that's when, you can see even more progress. Then it's like, okay, now we're talking. Now like our plans are like happening for real. And then the 1st of May, which is Beltane. That's when you see nature, like nature. Then nature is lush, is green with full on spring, but it's still like that new green, like the fresh new light green color. And flowers are starting to come, and then we go 6 weeks ahead. Then we come into Litha, which is the summer solstice, and then everything is in full bloom. Then like your plants are really like, okay, we're home. Like our plants are like really happening right now. And then moving on to Lugnasad, which is the first harvest, then you start reaping the rewards like from your plants happening. and then moving on to Mejah 6 weeks after that. Everything is every 6 weeks. And so then Mejah is the original Thanksgiving. So that's the harvest festival when the farmers harvest all the crops and you're having a big Thanksgiving kind of meal. And that's the second harvest. So then it's like the height of the success of your plans, you know, coming into fruition. And then it's Samhain. It's the last harvest. You're just taking the last bits of it. And then we do a new cycle. So if you look back at your life, just see like what kind of plan did you know, did take shape during the winter months. And then you're starting to see little like, you know, promises, or like, you know, you seeing the results. You're starting to see like, okay, it's happening during the spring, like IMBOLC and then Ostara, and then it coming to full fruition in the summer. So if you look at that and just see how it's kind of like a cycle on repeat, then it gives you a little bit more like awareness of what kind of to look out for and expect for yourself in terms of your own manifestations and your own plans at this time, right? So I wanted to do a little bit of a reading. It's also a good time to just like look over the intentions that you're setting. How does the energy flow? Because if it's something already like starting to show itself, that's where the energy is should be focused, right? If you haven't started to see signs yet, okay, fine. Like if it's still something that you desire with your entire heart and soul, stick with it and just see how it progresses. But the things that are already showing signs right now, I bet you those are the ones that are gonna come into fruition. And you just gotta stick with it, you know, being open for it all to come in to full bloom. All right, let's see. What are we getting here? We're getting whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. And then I'm gonna do some Avalon. What's the name of it? The Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. Disruption. Yeah. The cow. Nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. Yeah, that's very much the give with gratitude and grace, right? Because whatever we give with true intentions, good heart, not expecting anything back from whoever we're giving something to, and preferably without them even asking for something, right? But if they do, it's like, and you're able to give something, time, advice, money, like services, whatever it is, or things, then doing it so with a full heart, right? But there's joy here. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. I'm getting some type of energy that it might be someone who's tuning into this that is almost like been taken advantage of, or because of their kindness and their the pure nature to give. And there's like this disruption to it, where you're needing to set healthy boundaries. Get the healer. Embrace change. Abundance. There's some type, it's almost like the energy that I'm feeling is like, for whoever this resonates with, is that you've been giving, like you've been over giving from yourself, and probably because of something. It could be Chiron, could be like the wounded healer kind of thing. But I feel like there's been like there's been something like tainting the giving almost. Maybe like you, whoever resonates with this, like was seeking acceptance, was seeking love, or like that was the way that they were thinking, that if I give, then they must like me, or they must think good with me. It's like a back thought with the giving. So it's not just like, and also then giving things, oftentimes people who feel that way give things when they can't, but they feel like they kind of have to, and that might put themselves in a position, right? What if you give your last money, right? And then you sit there with no money for the bills, and you've been kind and giving your money, and then you're sitting there in a situation. And I feel like with this healthy boundaries that you need to take in, it's like it's going to strengthen you. Two of Cups. I'm almost feeling like a bit of a sadness as well. Like it feels like whoever's energy I'm tapping into is like that you've been giving, but it's like it doesn't help. Like you're not getting what you're seeking from it. And then you might be in a situation because of you giving too much, you know. Even like when it comes to intimacy, this goes into, that can relate to some as well. If you're giving yourself, your body, and thinking that that's love, right? Because that's a very common wound, right? And then they still don't want to commit to you. And it's like, then you've given your purest, male or female, you know, like goes for everyone. You've given your most purest thing, and it still doesn't change things, right? Like it's that kind of like sadness from it, but it's like you having to put like some healthy boundaries up. And when you do, there's more joy and abundance coming your way. Yeah, 8 of Wands, like there's a shift of energy because you're changing. 5 of Pentacles is like choosing to remove yourself even like from those energies, and that is actually what might happen, because when you start saying no to people who are takers, then they might not want to have anything to do with you anymore because they can't leech from you in whatever sense that is. 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely, it's like you feel good from giving and you feel good from the interaction with that person, but then it's like you also feel bad. Yeah, you need to claim your independence and claim to do what's best for you, and that comes with putting up boundaries. Yeah. Because it's like you got to put yourself first here in this reading. And your happiness, your joy, and your financial stability. Like in whatever area this hits for whoever's watching, if you can relate to it or not. Wonders. There's some type of like, when you're like standing up for yourself and you're choosing what's good for you, there's like empowerment. You're taking your power back. And that will like create a ripple effect of like flow. Yeah, abundance, like flow. You're getting into a flow state. Adventures. It's I'm also seeing like new horizons with this newfound like empowerment, and it will cut out some people. That's what I'm feeling here. But those people were not like right for you because they took advantage of your kindness and your whatever you had to give in whatever sense that was. So just take this with some love and put up some healthy boundaries for yourself, and whoever's gonna leave your life or have some issue with it, then you kind of like, okay, like, so now when I'm not there for you or can give you what you need, then you just like not gonna be there for me, like, then you know who's the true people in your life, right? That's what I had for you. I hope it helped for someone. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.